This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. What's going on, freaks? Alright, well, this is the last day of the month, everybody, and as we've been doing for, I don't know, gosh, 2.7 years. We have donation night on the last night where we do one last push, and then we donate money at the end of like the first hour normally. Hey, thank you. Thanks everybody. Before we had, if I can scroll up there, Kelly Dragonborn, Georgina Stoliker, Zozo, Charleston Amy, and Allie Cake right now, so thank you. Yeah, and then after the first hour, we'll get to maybe some updates and go over there's a missing person case. It's kind of weird. She might have just wandered off on her own on purpose, or we just don't know at this point. Thanks, Allie Cake. And Eugenie, thank you. Cat Eyes. Thank you very much. And Charisma. Wow, you have so much charisma. Charisma? Stupid. Alright. Yeah, so probably at like, we'll do this till about maybe 5:50, 6:50 I mean. Thank you, Karen Shank Chapman. Do you make that worded? Looks different or something. I don't know, maybe my brain. Thank you, and hey, thank you, Muppets and Manilow. Mostly lurk, but tonight I'm showing some support. You helped my friend with an issue not long ago. I wanted to say thank you. Oh, I did? Well, cool. I don't know what it is, but very cool, thank you. And Tina Susser. I'm going to try to do all the other types of spins. We'll have to see how it goes. Definitely do a mod spin later for, what do we usually give for the mod? Yeah, the mod tumbler. That's right. The mod tumbler. I haven't given out tumblers in a while. Been a while. And then also on PayPal, thank you to Miss Angels, Linda Howell, Play-Doh, as in Play-Doh, and Charleston Amy, and just now, Nicole Bennett. Thank you. And then also Jessica Schubach. Wow, thank you very much. Jessica Schubach. Oh, I figured something stopped. It was my music. There we go. Yeah, does anybody of you guys watch the... What is it called? The Last what? The show? Oh, The Last Kingdom. I don't know why that's so hard for me to remember. On Netflix, pretty good. Yeah. I used to go to college with a guy from Iceland, and his name was Runar Gunnarsson. So, whenever you see that son at the end, it always means son of the name before it. So it's like Runar Gunnarsson. So it would be Gunnar's son. Oh, wait, let's see. Gunnar's son. So his name is Runar, the son of Gunnar, basically, in a sentence. Yeah, I'm just kind of binge watching. I'm on season 4 now. It's pretty good, man. It's like Game of Thrones, but it's a little bit, I don't know. I like it at least as much. I mean, it's different, totally different. Well, not totally. It's got some similarity. There's no monsters or things. Thank you, Cheyenne R. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, you're Robert's daughter. That's how that goes, like that. Yeah, so probably in right around 7 o'clock or so, we'll be doing sending money into. Well, I was thinking of trying to do maybe like 2,000 to our DNA fund, just to add some more to that, and then whatever was remaining, like maybe 500 to one place and 500 to another, maybe. I mean, it depends on the last final push, I guess. Yep, there's my little friendly fly walking around on the screen there. I can't watch. Wait, what's weird? I don't know what that means. I don't know which one that is. I don't know, Mike. Oh, Vanderwoody. Well, thank you, Lois Vanderwoody. I'll try to remember to say that. I think I can do it. And thank you very much, Vicky H. There was like a, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it was an update, but it was an article on the Bridegan case. Remember that one case where the tire was in the road? It was totally ambush, the guy, tire was in the road to force the car to stop, and then the person was murdered, and their kid was in the back seat of the car. And I mean, it seems pretty. It's I don't know. It's just an article on it, so we'll just go over that. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there was much new in it, but I think it kind of summarized it pretty well. That's a weird one. You don't see cases like that too often, where really well thought out like that, where literally somebody knows when somebody's going to be on a road, put the tire on the ground. And then making sure that a car is going to stop for it, and then they run over and shoot the, when the person gets out of the car, they get shot. It's like out of a movie. Yeah, that was a weird one. So much to do that I guess I can't get the evidence. Hello, Laconic. Oh, thank you, Paulette and Leonard. Gotta get the notebook. Thank you for all, Lois Vander Woody said, thank you for all you do. My last name is Dutch and pronounced Vander Woody. Well, there you go. That's what the Last Empire, or whatever the hell it's called. Now I can't even remember it again. And the Danes. Yeah, it's definitely an ambush for sure. I guess I could go over that one if you want, currently. But yeah, the first hour here is just to the, the last push of the month. Then we do their donations. Then we just do the, whatever we want to do on the rest of the show. Yeah, Kingdom. There it is. Empire. I just can't remember to say Kingdom. I don't know. It's not a word I use very often. Thank you, Amber Maiden. Got you in there. Oh, very cool. Thank you, Joanne. Appreciate it. Yeah, we actually have somebody in Discord that what's weird is like people are out there and they put like fake, I mean they join your channel just so they can like spy or something. It's just really weird. Hey, thank you so much, Kubi. How the hell are you doing? That's very generous. Thank you very much. There you go. I got you into this for the spins right there. Well, let me turn. I didn't even have the the sound effects turned on. I was wondering something was missing, but it was the sound effects. So, anyways, it would have went. Thank you, kindness cake. There we go. Now it's turned on. Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. Oh, I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to.
Maybe I should. I think I can just go get that music. That one. For all of you that have done that so far, it's. No, that's not the one. I can't even remember now. Where the heck? What's the name of that one? It's. I don't know what that one's called. Is it this one? No. Oh well. You'll have to figure that out. Uhtred, son of Uhtred. Yeah, now I want to talk like the guy. And thank you to Emily Flotilla. Did she reply? What have you been doing, Kubi? Some days I always wish we go way back in time and have all the people that have been here back. You know, I haven't seen, like, there's some people that you just don't see anymore, you know. But I mean, the world spins around, you know, like people move on and change and do other things. And thank you, Kindness Cake and H. Doc. Chewbacca.
Chewbacca? Oh, I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to.
Sheriff impersonate dude get locked up yet? I don't know what when that is. What does that mean? The sheriff impersonating dude. I don't know what that is. Well, good, Jennifer. Good. Like, I haven't seen Jay Case in a long time. He just sort of disappeared one day. And then, remember that one guy, what was his name on here? Shit. Can't remember. It's like a turtle or something. What was it? Something, turtle maybe? I don't know. Some kind of a turtle or something. He even went to a crime scene one time, and he just sort of one day just disappeared. Yeah, Wally Gator. That was the one. Gator, not turtle. There you go. Yeah, Wally Gator. Yeah. Yeah, that was always kind of weird. It was strange, too, because, you know, he was a moderator, and he came around, and right at the end, he was, like, you know, normally he wouldn't send in much, you know, super chats or anything like that, but he sort of started sending these really big ones in, and I was thinking, you know, at the time it was kind of weird, like, did something happen, or then he just sort of disappeared, and he doesn't, you know, I don't know what happened to him. I hope he's okay, though. I don't know if any of you have seen him out there or not, but I haven't. Oops. Yeah, I don't know where he is. Oh yeah, and then Dreaming Girl, I haven't seen her in a while. Dreaming Girl. It's kind of weird. Hadn't even thought of that. And thank you to Courtney. Thank you very much. From Texas, who called in and ended up being murdered. I don't remember I don't think we've ever had a freak that was murdered. From Texas, who called in and ended up being murdered. Now, we've had, you know, 2 or 3 channel members pass away, you know. Oh, he's still out there then? Okay. Oh, I mean, are you kidding me? On the Betty channel? Yeah, what an idiot. Jesus. Wow. Okay, if that's true, man, what a just... Oh, good riddance. Oh, you're joking. Okay. Well, then don't say that then. I mean, if I was like, are you kidding me? Dues? Come on. Listen, everybody, nobody owes me dues here. This is just what we do on the channel, help support the channel and the charities at the end of the month. Dues. Hughes dues. There you go. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you were just kidding. Yeah, I've seen stuff made in here recently. There's your sound for everybody. Oh, that was that sound effect. Couldn't speak, her son murdered her and killed himself. So sad, she was unreal. What about the lady who couldn't speak? Her son murdered her, and I've never seen anything. I don't know what you're talking about, Pecan baby. Couldn't speak, her son murdered her. I don't know what that means. Plus, I don't know I don't remember anybody on here being murdered. That was kind of bad. One shot, 925. Yeah. I mean, if I'm telling you though, if he was over there, I would be like, oh, screw it. You know, I don't give a shit. You know. Yeah, you guys are all in a cult. By the way, you're all bingo players too, and you're really old, and you don't have minds for yourselves. It's really weird. But we've got another, I don't know, 45 minutes to go or so. And thank you, Marine Co. Ooh, where's my stomach? There's just... gosh, I mean, it seems like two or three at least. We had a moderator. He's still actually... I think I still have him as a moderator at this point. Let's see. I have him in there. Well, yeah, Stephen Bashirs. I was kind of like, what was that name? Wow! Quietly Frozen! Bingo! My second wife! Oh, yes! Now, actually, what I was accused of is that she's my actual wife sending in money, and then we lose money because YouTube take it. It's just so stupid. Hey, it's Quietly Frozen tonight.
B-I-N-G-O, happy donation night.
God, that almost sang it. B-I-N-G-O, B-I... Yeah. And Bingo is my name. Yeah. Well, they just make up anything they want. And it's easy to... They just sell it because nobody wants to care. I mean, here's the crazy part, everybody. If I made $1 million and I donated 100,000, that would be awesome. You know, I wish all millionaires donated $100,000, but it's not even close to that. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, like, it's literally, like I say, 50% of the net revenue. But they don't really care. It's like if you're somebody who donates money but don't donate every nickel your channel makes, you're somehow a bastard. You know, you're just a shit person. However, if you have a channel and you don't donate at all, they don't care about you because you didn't mention donating. I mean, they've got a really warped sense of their brains. Really strange. Yeah, they won't give a penny. They're always trying to how to sucker somebody next, you know. So even the guys that always go, my channel isn't monetized. What they're going to do one day is once they've got 1,000 people, one day that miraculously their channel membership will pop up, and they'll come up with really something clever like, yeah, you know, I wasn't going to do this, but everybody's asked if there's a way they can support my channel, and so if you'd like to be a member, and what we'll do is, and it's just they're all the same, and they won't give you a nickel back to anybody out of that money. Thank you so much. Quietly Frozen with a, what is it? Six-fold, another sextuple cat eye donation. Yeah, bingo night. Yeah, gonna be in and out for an hour. Yeah. Yeah, one thing for sure though is when I, just me even bringing up the person, it makes people curious, and they go over and get it. Then they get a view, and then the algorithm boosts them up a little bit, and then they get more views. So it's kind of, it's in some ways it's dumb that I even talk about them, but at the same time I feel like you almost have to. But you get sort of frustrated when people go, "God, Gray, I've watched the last 9 videos of his, and man, they're just nuts." And I'm like, "Wow, all 9 of them, huh?" Got 9 views. Yeah. I mean, it's it's just the way it is. I mean, you bring up something and people want to see what you're talking about. And to be honest with you, I want you to see the lunacy that I'm talking about. So, I mean, I could sit there and explain it all day, and you won't really realize it until you see it, and then you see the crazy people commenting underneath the video. That's the reality. Just the people that are just so... like they always... You know what they always do? They always say... Gray couldn't get married to somebody in America, so he had to go overseas, like go get a mail order bride. And they're just lunatics, okay? I mean, my whole life story isn't any of your business, but I can assure you that you're full of shit, okay? So, I don't even know what that is. My wife that I have now, we didn't meet, like I didn't travel anywhere. She lived over here when I met her, so man, what do I say to you? And she pretty much runs the show, right? Like when the Christmas lights, she won't let me anywhere near them. In the backyard, can't, she'll listen to like, hey, what do you think I should do here? And then she'll, oh, okay, cool. But I don't do a damn thing out there, because that's usually when we start arguing over something. So it's just kind of like, there you go. But what's weird is all the racist people tend to hang out on those channels. And it is racist to say somebody's a mail order bride just because they're Asian, Yeah. I think they'd feel the same way in reverse, but they won't, though. They won't. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Charles O. Where'd he go? Huh. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah. That's, I think so too, Lillian, So right now we got another 35 minutes? Yeah. 35 minutes. We're doing pretty good. We're like at about, I don't know, 70% of a normal donation night, which is pretty good, Hey, well, thank you. One shot 925. What does that mean? One shot 925. Let's see. On September 25th, you shot your first deer with one shot something like that. Dirty and gross, just breathing the same. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lillian. Appreciate it. Sleuthin' sandals. Hey, maybe while we're just doing this right here, I'll do some spins for the various levels, like if you're a channel member or not. So this is just where the hell is it? Oops. Some of these names are kind of messed up because they use special characters. So this is for all of the oops, wrong button. This is for the all of the Oogla Boogla freaks. Okay, so out of the Oogla Boogla freaks, you can win a mug here. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Kathy Friedenmaker, Lane S. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is going to be for a, let's see, what do you think? Maybe we'll just do everything mug. You know, this one right here. Hold on, let me go to a different screen. This one? Isn't that one? That one's cool. I mean, look at all the crap that's on that thing. You know, the girl code, that funny little smiley face that you guys all seem to like to put in there. You know, everything. Alright. So that is going to be for the Oogla Boogla freaks. Alright. So you got to send me your address if you win these. And then, see, I don't know what that is, but it's like something like, that's what she reading is. That's what she is reading. See, there's these special characters that didn't come over correctly, but so that's the winner, whoever that is. All right, so okay, and then we're going to switch over to the. Actually, that was the Oogla Boogla freaks right there. Okay, that was Oogla Booglas. I believe, was it? Does that make sense? Let me just make sure. Yeah, that was Oogla Booglas. So that was the Oogla Boogla freaks, and whoever was in there can win a. You just won. The winner that I just mentioned won the everything mug. And then Freaks 101. Oh wow, there's one that's like blank. I don't know what that is. Alright, that's the Freaks 101. It's a lot of people in that one. Bobo the Gray. I don't know who that is, but you too win a everything mug. All right, there you go. And I'm going to go over to Oogla Boogla Freaks, and the not the Oogla Booglas, the Megazoids. I mean, so in the Megazoid, you get to win a. I'll make it a hoodie. Okay, so the Megazoids, you got to win a hoodie. I mean, they do $10 a month every single month, and one of these days I'll make a bigger I don't know if I was thinking of doing a higher tier, but now the economy sucks, so probably won't do that one for a while. Alright, that's not the one. Alright, you guys, we're going to shuffle that sucker up. You guys ready? So this is for a hoodie for the Megazoid channel. So here we go. Look at that, Timothy Cecil. All right. All right, Timothy, you just gotta send me an email. You tell me what hoodie you want on there and the size and the color and all that stuff. All right, it's on the Teespring. Yeah. Yeah, if you're a Megazoid, you determine when you sign up. You know, a lot of people just pick the first one because it's $1.99 and whatnot, but you get a better discounts on merchandise and everything in each tier. So there you go. All right, there you go. So you guys, right now we got another 20 minutes to go. So if you'd like to help out the channel and the charities at the same time, this is sort of our last push. We had a really like probably 7 or 8 really bad nights during the month, but overall it wasn't too bad because there was a couple nights that made up for some of those. Timothy Cecil, all right. And so now we do the moderators. So the moderators get the mod Tumblr. This is the YouTube. Maybe next month or something I'll add to put any mods that aren't YouTube mods that are on Discord or something on there. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. All right, here we go. She's not on there anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that. I don't want to have it end up on a spin with that one. All right, here we go. Shuffle, 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 and here's the spin. Here, I'm going to fix this over here really quick. And here we go. Mag's like the luckiest human being on the planet. So she just won a mod tumbler. All right. So let me take that off of here. And then, all right. So next month, everything's set on there. I just keep removing people. You can only win it once as a mod. You can win every month if you're in one of the tiers because you're, you know. Thank you. Support with Steffa. And these are just like, you know, whenever we're doing the spins, it's just a thank you. You know, it's not like, I don't think people play, you know, go, hey, I'm going to be a channel member because I might win a mug at the end of the month. Hey, thank you. Hey, there's Carolina T. Somebody was just saying, man, who painted that painting? And I was like, well, that's Carolina T. You should, like, hire yourself to do those. All right. So where were we at on this one? I try to do these as we're going so I don't get way behind.
Love the freaks.
see, Joanne said, thanks, Gray, for your hard work. Here's my gift. See? Well, thank you. And Emily Flotilla said, boom! And Courtney and Nico. Let's see. And TTJO. Peggy Day, thank you very much. And the Velvet Army, thank you. Very kind, very kind. Yeah. There you go. Got them all in there. Thank you, the Velvet Army. I don't know, man. All you got to do is reboot your computer. That usually fixes everything. You just reboot it, and then things work. I mean, sometimes even this new computer, you'll just be working on something, and all of a sudden, it just freezes. Everything's frozen on the screen. Now, not often. I think it's happened twice since I've had it, but you know, then you just reboot, and everything's there at the. Oh, you're going to bed? Okay. So we got another. I guess we have another 20 minutes. Yeah. It's 6:50. Yep, that always works. Almost every time. We just reboot. And there it is. Yeah, thanks, Billy Juliana. She said, more dues for all you do. Or does, maybe. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I think makes me, you know, I mean, I put a lot of work into my channel. I mean, a lot of people think that other people, oh, look at God, you put so much work in there just doing, I don't know how to explain it, but they just sort of bring something up on the screen and stare at the chat and talk for 2 hours, you know. Like, I literally do 7 nights a week, 3 to 4 hour shows. Now, some people might go, oh, yeah, well, I don't like those kind of shows because you're just reading stuff. Well, I mean, I go through and I find all these old newspaper articles and then find current stuff and put it all together. We go from the start to the finish in old cold cases that nobody has talked about in years, and you actually come across some that are so interesting, it's almost mind-boggling that nobody is talking about them because they're right up there with the Maura Murray cases and all that. They would be just as interesting, except nobody talked about them. And they're only, you know what's weird about the Maura Murray case? It's like it's interesting, but it really is only interesting because so many people have decided to go outside of sort of the scope of like the investigation and just sort of wander away on these massive storylines that have turned in, they have lives of their own. And you know what's weird in that case is she could have just walked away and nobody saw those footprints that first night. You know, and that's really the reality of it. Walked away and died out in the woods somewhere. That actually could have happened. And wouldn't that be weird? Let me ask you guys something. How weird would it be in the Maura Murray case if they find her skeletal remains out, let's say within a mile or so of the barn on the corner there, and she's been there that whole time? Wouldn't that make you just kind of re-question everything? Like, man, look at all of the stuff and stories and theories that were created off of something. Basically, you know, they got the dog out there and it was walking and they go, oh, look at it, stop sitting right here. So therefore, she was picked up by a car. Boom. Then you have 1,000 stories that you can tell. But had they not said that part, where, wow, the footprints and the dog scent thing, you would still be having people searching around right over there. I think it'd be, yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised at all, but, you know, the people that have spent years and decades, you know, like, decades going over that case.
Chewbacca?
Thank you, Candalee Woodward Stone.
Please forgive my tardiness as my husband wanted to eat. Pensive face, dizzy.
He wanted to what? He wanted to what? Oh, eat. I thought it said wait. Oh. Well, people do like to eat food, you know. Food is, you know, pretty important. Yep, 7 nights a week. It would be cool if there was less, like the thing is I do 7 nights a week, but I don't do sensationalism on any night of the week. So the problem is every single night of the week I have competition with people that put, you know, really clever titles like, have we found something in the Dylan Rounds case? And then you see somebody talking about a truck parked on a garden hose. I mean, wow. Hey, thank you so much, Scott Holland. I was supposed to play golf yesterday, but it was 99 degrees. I can't do it. 99 degrees is, you get out in that, and you get dehydrated, and you get the cramps and everything. Maybe next time. Oh yeah? Oh good. It's good to know. Lillian. Hey Nancy, Lillian just said you're a really good cook. And you clean up very good too. Did you hear that, Nancy? She just typed it in, I saw it. Now it wouldn't just be, I've tried playing in that temperature before, and it really isn't really that fun after a while, and you're spending your whole time drinking water. And you can drink gallons of water and you don't even pee really, because you're just sort of like your body just keeps processing it. And then later when you come home, that's when I get the cramps, you know, you're just sitting there all of a sudden, and I get really, I got cramps one time after golf. I was sitting at home and I guess I was dehydrated, but I didn't think I was. And we had to call the ambulance. I mean, I was shaking, I was just, and I had these cramps that wouldn't go away in my legs. I was shaking, and then amazingly, the ambulance guys, they were sitting in here, and he said, well, drink some water with some salt in it. And drank that, boom. Like within 20 minutes, you know. So if you're ever getting really bad cramps, just put like half a teaspoon of salt in a glass, stir it up, and just pound it down. And for some reason, it lets your body retain water, plus it puts like some minerals or some shit in there, I don't know, but worked really well, that's all I can tell you. Yeah. Yeah, don't you hate the gimmicky headlines on videos? You know, especially like for example, even the guy that I've been talking about. It's like breaking news, and it's just all garbage shit that everybody's heard before. You know, it's. I always feel embarrassed. That's why I never put it on there. Like, I rarely have something unless it really is something like breaking news, you know, like that. I would put it on there, but people put it on there just every night. Some catchy. I mean, I guess it's smart marketing, but it's also unethical because it's not true. Breaking news! Is it possible that? Okay, there you go. All right, there you go. Is it possible that? I don't know what it replaces. All I know is it gets rid of the cramps. You can. You don't like put like seawater level. I mean, you put like I was saying, just kind of a dash of salt in water, stir it up, and just drink it. Oh yeah. All right, you guys. 12 more minutes. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Sunburn is bad when you get like that too. Yeah. Hey LM, thank you. Yeah, so LM, she was talking about Anthony shots way before I was. I would say 2 weeks before at least. So, you know, that is kind of weird, isn't it? That the Anthony shots profile was being discussed on social media, on Facebook, in chats for a long time. I mean, like a lot early on by different people. She was actually like March 9th, and then I was talking to somebody else, or maybe even the same person on the 22nd, or 23rd maybe of March of 2017. Well, I think they thought that though, LM. So here's the thing in the Delphi case regarding the Anthony Shots profile. The FBI found the profile, right? They even got a warrant. They went out there. They did all the searching they could, but they could never really tie it directly to Abby and Libby. That's why I actually, if you go back and listen to, well, there's conversations I've had with various people. I don't know if it's in the Robert Ives interview, but he said something like, "Man, there's some people that just seemed like they were so good, but then it just didn't lead to anywhere." And so I think that's exactly what that was. That they actually were on the right path, but didn't have enough information, and there was too many cooks in the kitchen, too many people segmented. There wasn't like this centralized, which is weird. You know, it seemed like there was just too many people, and it was, you know, they all go off in different directions, and nobody ever just kept running with that ball because there wasn't this quick connection. They got the conversations and all those things later, after they got subpoenas years later when they went back to it. In 2019, I think they, you know, started over again. That's what led to putting out that new sketch. Was that sketch a tactic or not? That make it look like somebody that, you know, the actual killer would know, or is that really? But the problem is that sketch was made 3 days after the murder, so it wasn't like something that they pieced together later. So you had that. but you just, they were on it, they just got taken off of it, and they didn't keep going, and then when they did the reset, I think they were looking at that going, you know, we got to look at this more. And then that led to the second, you know, one of the top largest child pornography rings in Indiana state history of the Dropbox account used by the Anthony Shots account on Kagan Klein's phone. Okay, so then you put that in there, and then there's all this other stuff behind the scenes going on. So no, that's not why they said that. No, it's not possible, Lillian. That's not why they said that. They said no threat to the public on the first day. They had no idea anything about Kagan Klein or anything like that. The day that they found the girls, that's when the sheriff said, "Hey, I don't think there's any threat to the public." Then Kim Riley said, "No, I mean, be vigilant." I just explained it, LM. What I said was more exactly the reality of it. The sheriff said that the first night, because he's an idiot. We went over that 100 times, though. He's just dumb. You know, that sheriff Lesenby is a total. He's a dumb person. Okay, so he goes, "Oh yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. Go out to the park. We don't feel like there's any danger to the public." And then right next to him was Kim Riley, and he said, "Yeah, be more vigilant. I mean, maybe don't let your kids go out." You know, he was the one that sounded rational. Okay, Lesenby didn't sound rational, because a lot of times they just say that to make you not panic. It's ludicrous, you know. Well, I know, but that's the answer, right, LM? He said it on the 14th. They wouldn't even know who Kagan Klein was at that point. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it was really dumb. It was, I mean, we've said that before. I mean, there's all these cases that you have a murder, they haven't caught the person, and they say, "We don't think the public's in danger." Well, how would you possibly be able to say that in the Delphi case? On the first night? No, well, the warrant was 8 days later, yeah. Because the FBI was called in, and no, it was actually more than 8 days. It was 12 days later on the 25th. Yeah, the FBI was called in, and then they got access to Libby's phone, and then they found like some likes and so forth, and they looked at it. Yeah, we've gone over that too. Thank you, Jeff. We have got 5 more minutes, and then we'll head out and do the donations. I don't know, did they finally get a new sheriff in there? How cool would that be just to win that? Just to get the answers.
Thumbs up.
We don't know. I don't think there was 2 people there. And the reason I don't, I actually found another screenshot. I don't know if I found it, but I think that might be one that, I don't know if LM sent that to me or what, but it was from another family member that said that it was from my screenshots from the interview with the same person about what was on the camera, said that law enforcement believes there was only one person out there that was responsible. That was back then. Now, maybe things have changed. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how months just go by so quick. Kim F. Sharp Hart. Yep. It's on the 30th. This is June. Now we're on July 31st. You ever notice when we do these, though, the viewer counts are always so much lower So that makes you wonder if the other 120 that normally watch are just trolls waiting for a mistake. Hey, thanks, Loretta Reyes. Alright, we got 3 minutes.
Please lie to me so I don't panic money.
So I don't panic money. I don't even know what that means. What? Wait, look it. I've heard a girl code before, but does anybody know what that means? Please lie to me so I don't panic money. One day there will be justice, and we'll be there. While we go. Oh, come on! I hope you don't do that, LM. Plus, don't mention. You know, God, you're just mentioning one of the worst channels in the history of the world. Sorry, I gotta remove that. Did you email it to me, WNC Granny? Or is it up there? I don't know if I missed it or not. Oh yeah, I think so. Let me see, did I put you in the system? Yep, I got it. I think I was in the middle of talking, but I got you in the spin, so thank you very much. WNC Granny, and just for you, there you go. I know, I get your humor, I just don't want that idiot's name mentioned. Oh yeah. I love this. I don't know what it is. It makes me happy. Thanks, Janet Drums. Freebird forever.
Drum. Support the channel. Drum.
Thank you.
Drum.
See? WNC, yeah. See, WNC Granny, that's your favorite song ever. That's my favorite part right there. Maybe this part right here. Yeah. Okay, so guess what, everybody? We're now going to actually, maybe I'll play the different music for our donations. All right, you guys. So here we're gonna get started here. So how about the... we haven't done rain in a while. So I'm going to donate... Wait, what are we at again? 3,000... we're at 24,290. So, you know, I gotta get that 290 off of there. It's bugging me. So we're going to donate $3,210, okay? How about that? I mean, that's, you know, more than the amount the percentage would be, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, so 3,221. So here's what we'll do. We'll give Rain $721. How about that? Does that sound good? just to do it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, one time 721. I know it's kind of a weird number, but I got to get rid of that 29 thing that's on there. It's bugging me. I gotta move it over. I'm gonna signing in. I don't know what it's gonna do. Hold on. Alright. Thank you. Well, there's a note up here, but it has my address and everything on it. So I'll get an email in a second. Well, maybe I can slide it over where it's not, the whole thing isn't on there. But there it is, see? From Rain. Contribution, you can barely see that. There it is. $721. Thank you for supporting Rain and survivors we serve. And Rain is really awesome. They're for violence against women. You know, like the channels that they threaten to murder people and threaten to murder women. That guy actually threatened to murder women in emails that I've seen. He's a freaking nutjob, all right? So violence against women, and also they do back testing of rape kits, the backlogging of those. So that's pretty sweet. Let me just see if the emails come in. There it is, there it is, there it is. So right here, there's a guy named Scott from Rain. Thank you for your donation. And it says it right in the... So right there. Thank you for your gift of $721 to Rain. Okay, so that really happened, everybody. I know the trolls out there don't believe that it's happening. But there it is. Well, Gray, he sent himself his own email, and he did this whole thing. Oh yeah, let me get the other email. That's the PayPal one. There it is, 721 right there. Okay, so 2 different verifications came in. You're crazy. All right, so there's one. Let me add. I'm going to add it to this as we go here. Alright, so now we can, at least this one is at let's see, what would that be? Oh, that'd be 25,000. Look at that. No, more than that, right? No, that's exactly what it is. 25,000. Right on the dot. There we go. Now we're at 25,000 for the year so far. And then we go to charity, browse. And we'll add 721 to Rain. So Rain is now 4,221. Awesome. Alright guys, so for the year we're Texas Echo Search has 5,000, Innocence Project 1,025, Wounded Blue Fund 500, SpecialOps.org, I think that was for other like family members of firefighters or something, or law enforcement, 600, and Rain is 4,221, NICMEC is 4,165, and in the backlog 500. NCVC is also like MICMEC, but it's for any person. And their DNA fund is actually at 8,500, but it was cut off. So I gotta. Next time I open that up, I'll reduce some of it. All right. Yes, Fishing in the Dark. Congratulations. Great from us newlyweds. Well, you're awesome. Fishing. Hey, Fishing in the Dark. Those are the coolest wedding pictures I've ever seen. because they were just so like, yeah, they're just so awesome. I don't know what to tell you. Awesome. Hay bale seats and overalls, and I mean the whole thing was awesome. Had an awesome pond. I mean, I would just be fishing 10 seconds later. I wouldn't even give a damn what anybody was doing. All right. Well, did I actually show you guys on the screen the receipts? Hold on. I'll do it right here. So here, if I missed that part, I'll do it again. So right here, here is Scott from Rain says, "Thank you, 721." Right. Then over here, I guess I didn't show you guys on the screen. And then right here is the other email that came in from Rain that says 721. All right. I think I actually had it on a different screen because I was doing PayPal. There you go. Hey Zozo, cool. Gifted 5 memberships. Wait, what does that mean? Gifted for 2 years? What did that say there? That was weird. Thank you. Did I not show you the first time on the screen with the the PayPal, the receipts? Okay. At least I got them that second time. That would have been crazy. Conspiracy theories abound. Did you see that? He said he was showing them, but he didn't really show them. Hey, Brenda Starr is now a channel member. So is Amy Celeste and Siobhan Speedy and Texas Troy 78. Oh, and the Velvet Army just gifted some. Now we've got 3 Boys Mom, Maddie 454 Eliz, Jennifer Ladybugs, and Kelly. Thank you, the Velvet Army. That's really kind of you guys to do that for those other people. Alright, so you guys, you're all comfortable with that, right? You see it right here, right? There's the email that just came in, 7/21, July 31st at 6:52. Okay, alright, now we're going to go to, let's see. You know, I was going to do, I'll just put the names on the other one. I was going to do that in honor of the second. Jennifer Wicks, but what we'll just do is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in honor of them, okay? And then next month, we'll in the middle of the month, we'll get Texas EquiSearch back on there. All right, here we go. This is to NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, one of the most important organizations there is out there in the true crime genre. One time, 500. Is this where you do the comment right here? I guess I have to fill this out. I'll do it in memory of. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Not a bot. Okay, there's the confirmation on the screen. Amount $500 US dollars to Micmac. You know, hell, there's even that confirmation number. You can call in and ask him about it. And then let's see, did an email come in? There it is. An email just came in right here saying thank you for caring about kids. And that was just like a thank you email. And then this is the email that came in from them. And that one is for, yeah, right down here it says $500. And you know, the date is, well, it's 7:03 right now. Okay, so all right. Well, there you go, everybody. And now we're going to add that to the screen. And thank you, guys. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so now we're at 25.5. And then add 500 to Micmac. I'm going to get rid of Charlie Project off of there. So Micmac was 41.65, now it's 46.65. Alright, so now we are at Texas Echo Search for the year 5,000, Innocence Project 1,025, the Wounded Blue Fund 500, Special Ops Org 600, RAIN 4,221, that's Violence Against Women. Micmac is, you know, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children 4,665. In the backlog 500, RAIN does some of that too. NCVC is the National Center for Victim, you know, there's all kinds of victims, not just children. And then the DNA fund is at 8,500. Alright, so now we're going to send 2,000 more into the DNA fund. Alright, so that's what we're going to do right now. Except that one, I have to go use my actual checking account and send it over there. So now the freaks, you guys just trust me and I show you the spreadsheet when they send it to me later. So that's just the way it is. Alright. So it's to Intermountain Forensics. And we're going to send in 2,000 for, let's see, Identifinders. Colin Fitzpatrick. So they get it in 5 days, and then they add it to the. It'll be there on August 8th. Alright. So I don't know if that's all. Let me just make sure. I gotta like close it. Ah, that wasn't right. Yeah, it. I think that's about all I can show right there. Alright. So there's from my bank. Right here. $2,000. Send on August 1st. And it'll be funded on August. Well, it's already funded, but it'll be there on August 8th. Okay. So there you go. That's out of my bank straight to them. And you might ask yourself, well, why are you doing that? Well, the thing is when we were doing it before, we'd use PayPal to send it to, or my credit card, or not, whatever, debit, credit, PayPal, whatever it is, to send the money to Intermountain Forensics, but they had a 6% processing fee, the person in between that was collecting the money. Okay, which is ridiculous. I mean, we sent in $20,000 over a certain amount of time, and that means that $1,200 of it. I mean, $1,200 is a shitload of money that you guys have all sent in, and we've collected, and it came from the income, and it's wild. So I asked, is there a different way to do this where there isn't any fee? And they say, yeah, you could write a check. So now that's all I do is I write the checks and send it over there, and then the entire $2,000, for example, goes in there. If we didn't do that, what would that be? It would be $1,800. I sent $2,000, and it would be $1,800, and so it'd be 120, like $1,880. Like 120 of that would have just gone right to the processing. So, that's what we're doing. If you don't choose to believe it, you can do whatever you want, but the money is being used to fund. Right now we should have about 20,000 sitting in there. So it just kind of comes down to us finding cases. Some of it's already spoken for, obviously, but yeah. So there you go, everybody. Now I'm going to add that to the total here. We got to do both of them again. Hey, thanks, Mag. How you doing? Well, hopefully you can come back and start watching him again. One of these days, maybe? Thank you. Well, thank you so much. Are you going to be able to come start watching the show again at some point? It's always fun having you just in there. If that's what I'm saying, sometimes it feels weird when all the old regulars aren't around. When I say old, I don't mean you're old. I mean long time. Okay. Alright, so our DNA fund now is 10,000 already this year. That's pretty good. 10,500. Alright. People always wonder, well, we don't talk about how much. Well, yeah, you don't talk about it. The reason I bring up what we're doing here is because it feels good, right? It feels good to know what you're at and how much the channel as a whole, because of you guys, what we've donated. You guys keep me being able to do what I'm doing, allow me to have an income. At the same time, I think the channel generously donates to charity a large portion of the same income that you guys provide. I'm hoping to just been busy. Okay, well, one of these days I'm sure you'll get back to a groove or something. But anyways, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so guess what, everybody? Right now we're at 27. I need to have the running total. Let's put another one up here at the top for the lifetime of the channel. Let me do a text for that. We'll call it well, I guess it's just the total. I don't even know what it is right now, but I know it was 88.6 before, something like that. I'm just going to put it there so I have a placeholder and I can... Wow, thanks so much, Mary Harris. All right, so we are at 80. Thank you. 60, no, 60, 70, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92,000. That's crazy. God, that's just nuts, man. Well, come on, Mag. Jeez. Thank you. And thank you so much, Mary Harris. Wow, you guys are awesome. Unbelievable. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Remember that when Jenny Penny used to always type in the thing? It was hilarious. All right, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, and then the 2,500, 92,000. Yep, so that's accurate. Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. Boom. Man, that is just nuts, right? I mean, there was even money we donated the year before, but it wasn't like, that wasn't really a thing. It was, you know, a couple thousand. I don't even remember what that was. But is that nuts or what, you guys? Look at that. The generosity of the freaks allows my channel to keep doing what I'm doing all the time. And from the income from the channel, $92,000 since January of 2020, right at the beginning of the pandemic, basically. I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? Like 22,000 in 2020. Then last year we did 42,500, which is nuts. And we're at 27.5 this year with 5 more months to go. If we just do 3 each of those months, we'll tie last year exactly if we did 3 each month. But I think we'll just kind of stay at the pace that we're at. We'll get way over 100 for sure. So, man, that's crazy. We could get it at 100 in, I'd say 2.5 months. We'll be at 3 months from now for sure. We'll be there. Yeah, awesome. Man. Anyways, I really appreciate all you guys. Unbelievable. So you know, I feel really fortunate, lucky to have people that, you know, want to support the channel and do so and know what we're doing. And you guys are all responsible for the actual income that leads to being able to do that, right? It isn't like, there's no ad revenue or anything like that. So it's basically all you guys. I'm the one that just does the shows that you support, right? Yeah, so this month, though, it was pretty, we donated, this month was, tonight was 3,001. So this month we did 3,600 and some odd dollars. I can't remember what that random number was. 690 maybe? Or 790? So 3,790. And yes, bingo! Hey, did we get that? G37. G37. We're all freaking out, Gray. Welcome, new viewers and subscribers. You're watching the GOAT of true crime investigation, Map King of YouTube, 100% facts, 7 nights a week. Please join the freak family. You will not be disappointed. Scott Holland is the GOAT of in-stream comments. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't think there's one person in here that doesn't know what we do here. It's so strange. All right, so I think that's gonna do it for that portion. We did all of the mugs and stuff drawing. At the end of the show, we'll do, maybe another everything. Maybe at the end of the show we'll do an everything tumbler, and at the end of the show we'll do an everything tumbler, maybe like a free cart mug with a sketch, and then a notebook, right? Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. This month is sort of similar to last month, in terms of the overall total. Definitely gone down since the economic downturn, but you guys made it totally reasonable. Kind of matches some of the months that we had even last year sometime. Yeah. Or I know it. Maybe at the end of the show, I'm going to give away 3 tumblers. That's what I'm going to do. 3 everything tumblers at the end of the show. How about that? Screw the, if you want a notebook, you want a notebook. If you're one of the people that sent in 25 or more on the PayPal and you want a notebook, just send me your address. And I think I should have about, I think I have less than 20 left, so I'm going to have to order another something else. I might get another notebook, maybe slightly different design or something. I don't know. Kind of like the way it is right now, though. Yeah, why not? Give away 3 tumblers. Those are such crazy, generous donations that we just got at the end of the show there. I think I can do it this time. Normally it's not like that. I mean, at the end of that segment there. What do you mean? You mean my sketch face on a hoodie? Why would you want that? I'd feel weird. People walking around with my face on a hoodie? Okay. Maybe I'll have to make it thicker, the edging or something. Oh, there's the regular music now. Yeah. A nice sketch face on a hoodie. I don't know about that. But anyways, you guys are all awesome, and it's just incredible. Like on the side, you every once in a while I hear from some of these organizations. They're always like, "Gosh, thank you so much." I always think I should get them on as guests. Somebody from NCMEC, and they can explain what they do and so forth. Huh? You want the one where I'm in a jail for the... Oh, God. Yeah. Well, thanks, the Velvet Army. A Patreon. Thank you. I do have... Oh, yeah, you know what? That's what I gotta do, too. Let me get that. I'm gonna spin for the patrons. So hold on one second. I think... See, it's hard to... They don't have a way to just sort of print those off. You know, they make everything so hard over there. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'm gonna do the Patreon tomorrow. I'll give out a like a mug or something. Yeah, so I'll do it tomorrow. Just remind me on the show, because I have to go get all the names. They don't make it like on YouTube. You download a CSV file with all of your channel members, and you just separate them. You can actually sort it. All right, you guys ready to actually go over some random stuff?
That's our top story. A body has been discovered in Spring Branch. It was found in a location close to where Shayna DeMambro vanished earlier this month.
The people who found the remains strongly believe they belong to DeMambro. KENS 5 reporter Sarah Duran speaks to one of them about this discovery.
We knew that yesterday.
Is the body of Shayna?
I believe it is.
Unique tattoos
the
on
mom
a body
said it was
found
her.
in Spring Branch lead Eric Herr to conclude Shayna DeMambro was no longer missing or alive.
We're pretty sure that that's her.
Herr is with Search and Support San Antonio, the group formed during the highly publicized disappearance of Andrew McDonald in 2019.
Please come home.
DeMambro vanished recently on July 19th. Herr says he and another person found the decomposed body on a ranch Friday night, just yards from the RV park where she lived and was reportedly last seen alive.
I had a feeling because she was in flip-flops that she maybe have not gone very...
Lived and was reportedly last seen alive.
I had a feeling because she was in flip-flops that she maybe have not gone very far.
Herr called in his discovery to the Comal County Sheriff's Office. Deputies showed up.
See, somebody else, like the mom said, she was 2,000 feet away, but there isn't. You can't get 2,000 feet away in that RV park. If it was at that dried up pond. So I don't know who's telling the truth now. I have no idea.
Along with DeMambro's husband, Chris Santos.
He was very distraught. Very upset.
Maybe she meant 200
that his
yards
wife
or
was
something.
deceased.
On Saturday, the sheriff's office said they also believe it's DeMambro's body, but it's ultimately up to the Travis County medical examiner to now identify the remains. An autopsy will be done as well.
So it was shocking in a way.
Herr is relieved. in another.
The family would have some relief knowing what had happened with their daughter.
Now, speaking of family, I did reach out to the DeMambro family as well as her husband Chris Antos for comment. Understandably, neither wanted to speak publicly at this time. Sarah Duran, KENS 5.
As for the investigation into DeMambro,
I swear to God, I got to learn that. Unique tattoos on a body found in Spring Branch are leading Eric Kerr to conclude 45-year-old DeMambro is no longer missing. They also said that she was, when they found her, she was nude. Okay, so I don't know if that adds. It could have just been like she did drugs. Sometimes people shed clothing. I don't know what that means. Her said the body was face down, decomposed, and appeared naked. However, he knew it was DeMambro based on the 2 tattoos located on her neck and the back. So there's definitely going to have to be an investigation. I mean, what made her nude? Was her clothes found around there? So that's a little bit weird, right? Because he said he saw her wearing specific clothing. Well, if she's nude and she wandered away from home, wouldn't that be one of the first things you would notice at the house, or is the clothing that she was wearing? Like, oh, it was weird because she had on this black this and a black that, but it was sitting right there on the couch. And then now it would make sense that she's found nude, but you might find her and then her clothing isn't on, but that's a little weird too. An autopsy has been ordered and the remains have been sent to Travis County in order to receive a positive identification. In a phone call, the CCSO Public Information Officer Jennifer Riggs said the investigation into DeMambro's disappearance remains ongoing. Riggs could not provide more details on the condition of the body. That's really weird. What do you guys make of that? Yeah, I mean, she had clothing on that was really, he described it. So if she's just found 200 yards away, let's get to that scene now. Okay. And it was this is the place where she was found right here. If you guys saw the second show last night, we actually came back on the air for another hour and some odd minutes. Was that last night? Man, too many shows. So here's the thing. If you go, the mom said 2,000 feet, but to me it seems like maybe she's messing it up with 200 yards. But 1,000 sounds different than 100, right? So, see, that is about 200 yards. You go into this area and it's like 200 yards away. So I'm not sure where she got that. This is apparently the dried up pond, and it was really close to the site, and she's naked there. So what was her clothes scattered around all the way through here, and then she's there? If not, then the clothing must have been left here, and she walked away naked in some weird drug-induced, whatever you want to call it, state of mind. And then over here, there could be clothing, and that might mean she took off her clothing there, or somebody took it off of her and assaulted her or something like that. I mean, there's a whole bunch of scenarios at this point on that. Yeah, I don't know, Amy. No idea. Are you gonna stay a member, Amy Celeste? It said something like 2 years when I highlighted that. Is that really like a 2-year? Oh, thank you, Mary Glaviano. Yeah, WNC Granny, me either. I don't even like. Yeah. So it is interesting that she was found face down. Is that what they said? And nude. Let me read that again. Yeah, face down, decomposed, and appeared naked. So none of her clothing was right there. And there's no mention of clothing being found there, so that's interesting. God, it makes you wonder if she was put there days before, and then you just sort of select some clothing and take it and throw it somewhere and say, yeah, she was wearing this, and it's missing. But then why would you put her so close, you know? If you were him, like the husband, you know, the husband, why would he put her so close to the house? That seems odd. All right. So hold on a second. I gotta get like a bite of an apple or something. I forgot to eat my sugar for the day. Plus, it's about time for a little bit of a break. Hour and 50 minutes, not moving. There we go. Yeah. I don't know when the autopsy, he doesn't really say. On Saturday, thus sent, I'm not sure what that means. They sent a news release saying investigators are also believe the body to be DeMambro's based on specific physical characteristics. Yeah, so, I mean, the interesting part is it became more of a mystery now that she's nude and face down. There are drugs that make you do that. What's that one drug that people would take that they get naked and start trying to like bite other people and they turn into zombies? Oh, you used to play the trumpet, Jennifer? Awesome. Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, bath salts. That's right. Is that what Flakka is bath salts. Everybody has a different one. Bath salts, Flakka, LSD, PCP, angel dust, ecstasy. Well, that's more for a different reason though, Scott. You know, they get naked in that one for a whole different reason. Okay, yeah. Beer. Okay, Bobby says beer. Yeah, that can do that at a bar sometimes, late at night. You know. All right, that's all. That's the only update on that one. Now here's the one on the case. Jared Bridegan. I mean, this is a July 28th article. I don't know if there's anything new, but it's a good sort of reset on it. And there it is right there. This one was crazy. And we have it all mapped out here. Yeah. So he lived, I think they live right over here in this little community. And when you look at that, you go, oh, there's nothing there, but there is something there. That's just the satellite from back then. That's what it looks like now. Let's see. That's March 2021. They actually lived in that house there, and apparently there's surveillance footage pretty much like this, shooting out this way. But anyway, I'm not sure how important the surveillance footage is there. And then, I think if I remember the story right, he had just got done dropping off he has two children with this other woman named Shanna Gardner, who has a husband named Fernandez, last name of Fernandez. He just got done dropping off his two older kids there that he had with her, and then he has a new child that was like a toddler, 2 or 3 years old, and he had in the car with him. So he had driven over there, dropped them off. So that's when you know at that moment that the only person, or one of the few people in the world that knew where he was going and what route he was on, is the woman he was dropping those kids off of. Then he's driving back this way, like this, all the way down the street, and then right in this area, it takes this little turn because it's a dead end street. So you take a right and then boom, right after you veer here, because this one goes one way and then it sort of merges over here. He's driving right there, and then there was a tire in the road. There's a tire in the road, and then he stopped, got out of the car, and then he was shot to death. And the little toddler was still in the car, and they still haven't made an arrest in that case. But later on, they have a vehicle of interest, and they have it on surveillance footage on a camera right there, a camera right here, and a camera right there. And guess what? I mean, look how close that is to getting back, quote, home again. I mean, it's right there. I mean, as soon as it went here, it would go like this, and then boom, you're right there. Or, you know, it could have went there, I guess. But right next to that house, it's coming like this. It was a vehicle of interest. And I don't know if it's an update, but it's definitely a story from... Now, did they get me in one of these again? Ah, shoot. Will that work if I... Let's see. The February murder of Microsoft executive Jared Bridegan, already a horrific tragedy that happened right in front of his 2-year-old little girl, has taken on an even more sinister tone, which is weird. This is an article from 3 days ago. Developments in the Florida murder case have led police to consider the crime a targeted attack. Yeah, I mean, we've known that from the beginning. To recap, the now 5-month-old mystery, so this will be good for the people who've never heard of this one. Bridegan, a Microsoft software engineer, was returning home with his young daughter in St. Augustine, Florida, after dropping off, there you go, his twins at the home of his ex-wife, their mother. Oh, by the way, the twins weren't allowed to go to the funeral. He was continuing home with his daughter, whom he shares with his second wife, Kirsten Bridegan. Within a matter of minutes, and by the way, his first wife looks like she could just kick the crap out of anybody. I mean, almost looks like, I don't even want to say it, but man, she's... Within a matter of minutes after dropping off twins, though, Jared would be dead from multiple gunshot wounds with his little girl strapped into her car seat. Here is where the case gained new dimensions. According to the New York Post, Bridegan's car had its emergency lights flashing. When officers arrived there was a spare tire in the middle of the street. Detectives said those circumstances suggested that Bridegan may have been lured to his death. See, I don't think he was lured to his death. I think that's the wrong word. He was going to be driving by there anyways, and he just happened to... It was more of a ambush. Lured isn't the right word there, because that means you're sort of getting somebody to go somewhere. The right word is an ambush. A tire was in the road. It's almost identical to what happened to the officer in the what is that? The Bardstown murders, where the tree was in the road. He stopped to get out to move the tree, and then was shot by two people at an elevated positions. Right? So this is an ambush. It's not being lured. Hey, welcome. Trust your intuition cake. Is that a new type of cake? Is there any specific flavors that are on that one? Yeah, so the detective said the circumstances suggested that Bridegan may have been lured. That's not the right word. Fox News reported that the toddler was in the car for an agonizing 3 minutes before a Good Samaritan spotted her father's lifeless body beside the road and stopped to pull her out. See, here's what I think happened here. We went over this back then. I think the killer actually parked their car on this road over here. I think they were right here. They parked right here, walked straight across here, went over there, dropped the tire on the road, then after shooting them, sprinted back over here, and then drove out like this. Boom. And then got on this road and drove all the way home. This is my theory, this green line thing here. I think that's where the killer would have been, because it's just on a secluded cul-de-sac. Maybe there is, I mean, look at that car. Hell, that almost looks like it's it's pretty nefarious on its own. Look at that thing. What's that doing right there on the grass? Huh? Come on, everybody. You just park it over here and boom, you're on your way. Now, there are cameras over here that might have picked something up, so it might be dumb to do that. I don't know, though, 100%, but that might be why that's a suspect vehicle, is that they see it early over here, but they just can't absolutely connect it to the shooting. And then they picked it up again, because why would they think that that's a suspect vehicle way over here unless they actually did see it earlier than that? So they must have seen it at a different time and then kept kind of picking up on it. So yeah, they know. This is one of those cases where they know who did it. They just can't put it all together yet. It's similar to Cheryl Coker. Oh yeah, Jason Ellis is that police officer's name in the Bardstown case. Here's where the case gained new dimensions. According to the New York Post, Bridegan's car had its emergency lights flashing when officers arrived. They thought he was lured, but that's not accurate. He was ambushed. Fox News reported that the toddler was in the car for an agonizing 3 minutes before a Good Samaritan spotted her father's lifeless body beside the road and stopped to pull her out of the vehicle. Her mother and 7-month-old sister were awaiting them at home. A spare tire lying in the middle of the road changed everything about this case. Cowardice and evil. Jared Bridegan was gunned down after encountering a tire in the middle of the road. Police are now investigating it as if it was a lure. Well, I mean, I guess you could say it's a lure to get him out of the car. You know. As media outlets have delved into the mysterious killing of the 34-year-old, it has come to light that he and his first wife, Shayna Gardner Fernandez, who's now remarried to a guy with the last name of Fernandez, had been embroiled in a very ugly divorce with subsequent 6 years of savage legal battles. Gardner Fernandez is the daughter of a textile entrepreneur, Sterling and Shelley Gardner, who own a Utah papercraft company, Stampin' Up, boasting over $100 million in annual revenue, according to Inc. Fact. Trouble brewed between Jared and Shayna, starting with a move from Utah, where they initially set up their home, to Connecticut, after their son developed a medical condition that required him to live at sea level for his heart to function properly. Oh, that's interesting. Later, they relocated to Jared's hometown, Jacksonville, Florida, so he could work on his master's degree. The reasons for the split vary from report to report. The New York Post reported that Shayna had an affair. Fox News described a difference on religious grounds, with Jared remaining a devout Mormon while Shayna left the faith. The two filed for divorce in February of 2015, with Gardner Fernandez. And by the way, let me get a picture. I'll show you what she looks like. Yeah, it's like look at that. That's her right there. I mean, she looked like she could go. Oh, right here. This is the one that I always look at and go, whoa. I mean, she looks like she just beat the living crap out of like 90% of people out there. Yeah, so you got that one, and I guess that's her here in more gentle-looking times. This one looks like she could be on the show that I'm watching. Yeah. So there you go, there's that. The two filed for divorce in February of 2015, with Gardner Fernandez calling the marriage irretrievably broken, even telling the court point blank, "We don't love each other anymore." It was difficult to watch Jared go through constant court battles when all he wanted was to focus on being the best husband and father he could be. Kirsten said. That's his new wife, or was his new wife. As recently as 2019, Gardner Fernandez made the claim that her ex-husband was interrogating the minor children and recording their statements for later use against her, the Post report. Oh, it makes sense. You're kind of The case seemed to already have all the hallmarks of a tragedy waiting to happen. Money, betrayal, anger, scorn, and a domestic nightmare spinning out of control, leading to a broken family and broken lives. The mystery deepened when the Daily Mail dropped another bombshell in April of this year. Security camera footage at the Bridegan home revealed a suspicious person skulking about the garage, according to police. The police were, so it has the Daily Mail right here, so I'll go to that. It's really lame security footage. Like, that's the shot. Now, if you give this one to Harvey Carroll, he could turn that into the clearest face you've ever seen. Of course, he would have imported them in and lied them in there and traced it around and said, but that right there, you're not getting a face out of that, okay? Let's just tell the truth. So here we go. Oh, look at that. I mean, it doesn't help. This is the worst video I've ever seen. Like in terms of helping. It's completely blurry because of like dust or whatever that's on the camera. And look at, there's people walking around, but apparently there's somebody moving around right here. It'd be interesting to know what time that was. We watched this back then when it happened. As a matter of fact, I didn't even notice this part down here. I was looking over here. It's always weird what shadows do, you know. So it's just right here at the beginning, right down here. See? Just somebody walking around. Yeah, what does that mean, though? The police were supportive about it and sent a patrol car. So let's see. Security camera footage at the Bridegan's home revealed a suspicious person skulking about the garage, according to police. The police were supportive about it and sent patrol cars for a while to check on me. I was not okay with it. The timing for me was not okay at all, and we still don't know who it was. Answers are still elusive, and police have not named any suspects in Jared Bridegan's murder. Jared Bridegan's widow, Kirsten, sent me this video which shows a suspicious person at her home. It happened days after her husband's murder. She says she reported it to investigators immediately. A $55,000 reward has been posted for information leading. So I don't know. There wasn't really anything new in there, so it's kind of strange to have like a... I mean, it was neat to just have it all condensed down, but it's not really anything new. But on a show that we did a while back, if you want to look it up, we, on the show, figured out exactly where each of the surveillance shots of a truck of interest was. One was right here, and it was picked up by, I think there's a camera right under there. Yeah, there it is right there. I can see it. Right there. That camera picked up that shot. Then the car continued down this road. And then there was a shot. I know this tree was here. I think the camera, it might have been from over there. I can't remember exactly, but this tree's in the shot. I just don't remember in my mind. Looks like there's a camera there, so that might have been it. And then it continued down here, and believe it or not, the last shot was from the police station. But actually, the last two. This is the Jacksonville Beach Police Department. I mean, if you can imagine. And then right after it drove by there, this is where Shanna Lee Gardner lives. And it's almost like a full circle if you look at it. I mean, look how crazy that is. So, Bridegan, Jared, he was right here, dropped off the two twins, and not too long later, a suspicious vehicle is driving this way, and it's right here, right next to where he was. So it's like this whole circle. So here it is. Okay, he always takes the same way home. Fernandez, listen, he always takes the same way home. All right? So after he drops the kids off, they'll be there in he'll be there in like 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so he's going to drop the kids off. I'll let you know. Maybe there was some kind of a text message or something, a burner phone. Who the hell knows what they use? But yeah, he just dropped off the kids. And then at that point, I actually think that right here, there's a second person, that there has to be a lookout right around in this area saying, okay, here he comes. Like maybe they're right here, right? So this is this weird spot here where you're sitting right here, you're standing there, you text, here he comes. Boom. He comes around this corner, and right at that point, you put the tire out, but you have to make sure there isn't anybody else. But as soon as he tells you that, the odds are really low that another car is going to sneak out in front. So right in this area, there's a second person there, maybe Fernandez's friend, who knows, and says, okay, here he comes. And then you dart across, put the tire, shoot back over here. Well, you don't shoot over there yet. You wait until he gets out of the car, shoot and kill him, dart back over the car, go this way. This person meets you, right? I mean, look at how crazy that is. This is the same intersection where he would have said something, and now they're just waiting to get back in the car with you, and then you drive this way. I mean, that makes complete sense to me. I mean, it's just it's a theory. I don't have any proof of any of that, but the evidence that I have with my theory is just how this would have had to have happened. He drops off, Jared drops off the kids here at this house. Then after that, somebody knows he's going to take the same way that he always takes back. So that means there has to be somebody on the lookout. You're not just going to go, oh, he dropped the kids off and put a tire there and wait 10 minutes and hope to God. It just doesn't make any sense. You have to have had a lookout. Now look how perfect this long straightaway is here. You stand right there and you look and you say, okay, here he comes. Boom. Then the person puts the tire out. And if it's somehow somebody else that got on there, you just call it off. But you were trying to minimize that possibility. You put the tire there, and let's go down to that street view, because we can go down to here too. So the tire was just placed right here, so you could just be hiding right there. The person gets out, shoot, boom, run straight across the street, get back into your car that would be over here. Actually, I think the shooting was more like right in this area. Then we said it was next to this thing, so maybe right in this area. And I don't know what time of year. This shot here is January, so I don't know if there's any water. This isn't a pond. It's just from rains and whatnot. So you run across, get in the car, and then you take off. And then once you take off, you pick up the other person that said that a car was coming. Right here, they get in the car with you, and you're out of there. So that's my theory, and I'm sticking with it because I can't think of anything else that makes sense. That makes sense to me. There has to be a lookout. Almost 100%, because you drop the kids off, they can't rush in front of you and put a tire in the road really quick. It just doesn't make any sense. You drop off the twins, so somebody else knew that you were coming back. Now there could have just been somebody. I don't know what that normally is. When he drops the kids off, is it just simple as dropping them off? It could be. So there could have been a lookout, and it was kind of a timing thing. But it seems more likely that there was somebody was watching. What I was saying, a lookout, like you actually watch the car go up to the house, and then you just time it and say, well, 3 minutes from now he'll be down here. But I think that risks having another car stumble upon it. What's going on with these weird cars? People park their car in the woods all the time? Yeah. Look at these people. If you look at these two cars, this one's a strangely parked car. That one's out, facing out on the grass there. This one's on the grass. Huh, that's interesting how they're, that fence there. I wonder if that was there when they were doing, building it, just to keep the noise down, because this is March 2019. I guess there's a little bit of a fence there, but it's not there now. See how that's there? Interesting. I wonder why that was there. That's what I just said, Plato. I just said that exact same thing. It's like were you listening, or? Well, it's the only thing that really makes sense, minimizing throwing a tire in the road and hoping, because let's just measure the distance here. And we went through all the routes, and that's really the only way to go. There's just only one way back. I mean, you can go a different way, but it's way longer, and there's no reason that you would do that. All right, so that's almost 2 miles, but it's probably like 2 1/4 given the fact that it goes like that a few times. So 2 1/4 miles, that might take, you know, driving, you know, let's just say about 5 minutes, you know, with maybe even a lot more, like 6, because you're in a neighborhood, you can't drive 100 miles an hour. You can't drive 60 miles an hour. That would take 2.5 minutes driving at 60. 30 miles an hour would be 5 minutes. So if you're driving like 20 miles an hour, you know, maybe 7. So that means you kind of have to do that. If you just put a tire there going, hey, you just left the house, and you put a tire there, 100 cars could have had to pass the tire, and they would have stopped, and it would have ruined your whole plan. But look how close this perfect spot is right here, where it's actually blocked. You know, you could actually, when the guy's right here, here he comes, put it there, and he's not going to see anybody doing anything. Then makes the turn, wait, shoot, run over here, get in your car, drive here, this guy gets back in with you, and you're out of there. So I'm going to stick with that one, you guys. You can try to come up with something else just to think of something, but that one makes the most sense. Yeah, well, they made it where it was perfect. And even then, it might not have worked. Let's just say randomly he was driving down, and he's right here, and right now somebody's going to take a right. Their whole plan is ruined. Okay, and maybe they planned it for later at night, like at 8 in this neighborhood, because that also means there's going to be less people driving around. I think this was, what time of year was this? Can't remember now. I thought it was. So why would Fox News have one a week ago? Death certificate. Florida ex-wife of slain Microsoft executive asks widow for death certificate.
Care about Jared.
What the hell for?
They care about me.
It was
and
April.
our kids.
No, that was April 19th is when she spoke. I thought it was in February is what my brain... There it is, February 28th. So wintertime. So it's dark outside at 8 something. People aren't driving around as much at that time. So.
And getting these people off the streets.
So usually in the wintertime right around 8 there isn't as many, anywhere near as many people as there would be during the day or 5 o'clock. And it's also in a secluded neighborhood. See, there's just really kind of one way. You can come in there, you can come in this way, and there's a few different little feeder roads, but it's, you know, you're sort of limited. These people here are probably in for the night. They're going to be chilling out, watching television. They've done eating dinner already. And you're looking at about 8 o'clock at night. There's probably very little traffic. But the thing is, I guess what it makes it difficult is when the car's driving, maybe you have to rely that there's street lights out there, but how would you really know that that was him coming? Maybe just timing it. You know, about 4 minutes later, he's going to be driving down there, and that's when you let me know, and then boom, put the tire out there. Yeah. I'm going to see what that one said, though. The ex-wife of slain Microsoft executive Jared Bridegan asked his widow for his death certificate just 12 days after he was gunned down. Oh, what? To get life insurance? In front of his 2-year-old daughter in a Tony suburb of North Florida. My attorney had requested a copy of Jared's death certificate for the family court. You can send it to me or him and his paralegal directly, whichever you prefer, wrote Shayna Gardner Fernandez in the terse February 28th email. Yeah, nothing about sorry for your loss. just, hey, listen, my attorney has requested a copy of Jared's death certificate for the family court. Can you send it to me or to him and his paralegal directly, whichever you prefer? Bye. You know, it's like, what an idiot. You can just tell, based on their behavior, that they have something to do with it. Less than 2 weeks earlier, an unknown assailant fatally shot the 33-year-old father of 4 as he stepped out of his car to move a tire from the road. Kirsten Bridegan, 31, who shares Bexley 2 and London 1 with Jared Bridegan, said he was shocked by the email. Yeah, they had an infant and the 2-year-old was in the car with him. So that's the couple here. This was the ex that was married to him. And then they got divorced. And she had him killed because there was custody issues, all kinds of court battles. This lady right here is nuts. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not this guy. This guy isn't the nuts one. This is it right here. I was in my car and my hands were shaking. My heart was beating so fast, she recalled. I was like, who does this? This is so evil. Here I am planning a funeral and she asked for a death certificate. Jared Bridegan's mysterious slaying unfolded February 16th, not the 28th, after he dropped off his 10-year-old twins and his ex-wife, or at his ex-wife's house. On his way home to St. Augustine with Bexley strapped in her car seat, he came upon a tire on a wooded stretch of Sanctuary Boulevard and stopped to move it. The assailant opened fire, killing Bridegan in front of Bexley, then fled. Gardner Fernandez, 35, had been engaged in near constant litigation with her ex-husband over finance and custody of the twins since their divorce in 2016. Her parents, Sterling and Shelley Gardner, are prominent members of the Mormon community in Utah and financially support her, according to court records. So this is the email. This is crazy. I mean, wouldn't that just be nuts if you got that? Kirsten. Hey, Kirsten, my attorney has requested a copy of Jared's death certificate for the family court. You can send something, what is that? Paralegal directly, whichever you prefer. Shanna. That's about as cold as you can get. Man. I mean, at least you could say, hey, I'm sorry for your loss. But I tell you, when you have time, is there any way you could send me the death certificate?
People care about Jared. They care about me and our kids. And they care about this community and getting these people off the streets.
Look at that. I mean, look at this lady right here. That's her, and that's her new husband. And I guess these are the twins. Fraternal twins, obviously. I mean, she looks like a shot putter, you know? In an email sent 8 minutes before the message requesting the death certificate, Gardner Fernandez asked the grieving widow to return a set of school library books that were borrowed by the twins. You can drop them off at any public library and they will return them to Miss Stacy or return them to the school directly. Kirsten Bridegan said that after losing her husband in such a brutal way, returning a couple of library books wasn't on her list of priorities. Yeah, that makes sense. 5 days earlier, the two women got into a dispute over the funeral. Gardner Fernandez wanted to attend the memorial with the twins. Oh, okay. But Kirsten Bridegan told her that she was not allowed. Okay, so she didn't allow her, but apparently the kids weren't allowed to go. Kirsten Bridegan offered to pick up the twins and drop them off herself, but Gardner, yeah, so Kirsten said, yeah, I'll pick up the twins and they can go, but you're not allowed to go. And then she even said, hey, I'll come pick the twins up. But Gardner Fernandez refused, insisting that they could not go without her, according to text messages. And the reason for that is because she doesn't want them out of her sight because she can't control what they say to people. In response, Gardner Fernandez said she would organize her own memorial. I mean, it would be great to ask those twins questions like, hey, when your dad dropped you off, was Fernandez around? A question like that, maybe. In the wake of the murder, a series of unflattering stories ran in various national news outlets about Gardner Fernandez. A tattoo parlor staffer told Fox News Digital that Gardner Fernandez had gotten a sexual body part piercing in 2015 and other services while she was estranged from Jared Bridegan but still living under the same roof. She complained of her ex and asked the employee if he knew anyone who could help her shut him up. Wow, so that's kind of evidence right there that she was looking for. Gardner Fernandez and her husband Mario Fernandez hired high-powered criminal defense attorney Henry Cox III, and their whole family is really rich, so they have the money. The couple remains suspect in the murder, a law enforcement source said. In response to the negative publicity, Gardner Fernandez sat down for 2 softball interviews with local media outlets, casting herself as the victim of harassment. Yeah, that's right. That's what it looks like. Gardner Fernandez told a local paper that she hired Cox to help her protect her family from publicity. Kirsten questioned this explanation, as did legal experts. Yeah. The claim that Mr. Cox was hired to represent Shayna related to keeping images of kids out of the media is a hard one to believe for many reasons, Bridegan said. To this day, I have yet to be personally contacted by Shayna or Mr. Cox regarding the matter, and Shayna's own mother has blasted images of the kids on her very public blog, so it's either a smokescreen or Mr. Cox is inept, and his job, which I doubt is the case, in his job. Cox's only area of expertise is criminal law, according to the biography of his firm's website. So he only does criminal law. This is the tire that was on the ground here. Anyone with information should contact the Jacksonville Beach Police Department. So that's one of the other really interesting stories that we covered, but there's a lot of people that would never even cover this because they just keep covering the same case over and over and over and over again. And that's fine with me, okay? But what would be cool is if people actually liked watching and learning about new cases, because this one here is way more interesting than Dylan Rounds, for example. I mean, it really is. This case right here is has way more detail, much more interesting set of circumstances than Dylan Rounds by 1,000%. And yet that case, for some reason, has all these people that are just, because the Dylan Rounds case, you have he met a weird guy one day. Yeah, that's true. And then he was driving his sea truck, parked it under a garage, and he disappeared off the face of the earth. Oh, and then later on, well, there was this weirdo that was camping there named Brenner, and looks like a suspect. We don't really know how they've connected him to the murders and everything, but hey, good. That's really all there is in that one. You know, you have all the sideshow garbage that people want to try to add in, and just absolute trash. YouTube, with the PI fake ass pile of crap, all of it. And then you got this case right here, which is crazy, with all these details, really interesting, and somebody's getting away with it, and it seems kind of clear who the person is. So there you go, everybody. If you want to actually learn about other cases other than one or two your entire existence, where you're just sort of almost like a zombie checking in every single time there's a new Summer Wells video. I mean, there's nothing new there, you guys. Why don't you wait until the news says, hey, an arrest has been made, then jump back in? There's nothing new in any of those. And so this is one that we covered, and we haven't covered it for a long time because there's nothing new, but now there's a couple. Some of the stuff in this article was new. I hadn't heard a couple of these little parts that we just talked about. Yeah, there's tons of layers, really interesting. Yeah. But, you know, people can watch whatever the hell they want to watch. That's just how it is. All right, so now I'm going to switch over to the missing Erica Johnson. I think it's also in Florida. God, what the hell's going on? Just ended up out in the middle of the ocean. Oh man, look at that. Is it the there we go. Oh yeah, the ex wife is a crazy person. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, Florida is just like crime central. Hired pole. I don't know what that means. Plato. Police. Yeah. Well, it's weird when you have cases like this when there's children in there. What was the one, Maya Malete? That one's similar. You got this psycho husband, and he wanted to keep control of those kids so they wouldn't talk. And you know, now that whole case got unraveled. I don't think they've ever found her body, but I think they. If I remember right, they arrested him, right? Yeah. All right, so here's another case here. Police searching for a Cape Coral woman missing since July 14th. Cape Coral police are looking for a Cape Coral woman. This is an article from the 26th here. Cape Coral police are looking for a Cape Coral woman who was reported missing by her family on July 14th. Police say that 36-year-old Erica Ann Johnson is considered missing and endangered after they investigated the family's concerns. Johnson was last seen in the area of Coronado Parkway and Cape Coral Parkway East. Police say Johnson is approximately 5 foot 8 inches tall and about 130 pounds with green eyes and blonde or light brown hair. Now, thanks, Fallen Nation. On Tuesday, Cape Coral police released images of Johnson showing her with blonde hair and a small freckle on the lower side of her face. So this right here is 5:37 p.m. on July 5th at the Cape Coral bus station on Southwest 47th and Terrace. Okay, so I've actually pinned where both of those are exact shots are with the cameras. So she's right. Well, let me show you where she lives first. So she lived here in 2018, which is closer, but she lived right here in, as late as like February of this year. So, and that street view right there is from this year, January 2022. So that's likely her car or somebody in her family's vehicle right there. Yep. there. So that's her home. And then she's at this bus station on July 5th. I wonder why they say she's missing since the 14th, though. I mean, so this is the 4th at 5:37, and I think it's that camera right there, if you can see that, that actually picks her up, because when you look at the photograph, you see the 3 benches, the trash can, 3 benches, and then 2 small, and then remember that right there, and the sidewalk. So I'm on that. Boom, boom. There's the 2 small ones right here. So in that shot, the bus pulled up right here, and she gets out, and she's walking right there. You know, maybe going to get to her vehicle that maybe is parked in the parking lot right here. Then the next shot on there, right here, is her getting off of a bus. Now you look over here and you see there's 2 wide, and this is on the 8th. So it looks like on this one, it seems like she just got off of a bus. We don't really know, though. Is she leaving now, though, or not? And then this one, it looks like she's getting off of a bus. Again, showing Johnson at the Cape Coral bus station. Let's see. Police also shared images taken at 5:37. Well, I'm just going to go over just where the images were taken at this point. So in this one, you got the 3 benches again, a garbage can, 3 benches, but then really these 2 wide poles over there. And those ones are going to be at the other end, which is right down here. Those are the wide poles. Then there's the 3 benches with the garbage can. And then I think the camera on that one is right up in there again. So at that point, she got onto a bus right there, but she was, yeah, maybe she was getting off the bus or onto the bus, but it was 3 days later. So there's still no sign of 36-year-old Erica Johnson, who was reported missing in Cape Coral. Johnson's mother said Erica is loved and missed by her family and friends, who are devastated by her disappearance. Thank you, Tiffany May.
Chewbacca?
I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to do. If you want me to. Johnson's mother and Erica is loved. Johnson's mother said Erica is loved and missed by her family and friends, who are devastated. Johnson was last seen right here at the bus station on Southeast 47th Terrace with a suitcase. No one has heard from her since, but there were warning signs something was wrong in her life. Johnson was last seen in the area of Coronado Parkway and Cape Coral Parkway East. Police say Johnson is approximately 5'8", 130 pounds, with green eyes and blonde or light brown hair. So she was last seen. Screw it. Doesn't really matter. Hey, thanks, Richard Watts. I actually understood that sentence.
In God we trust.
Johnson was last seen in the area of Coronado Parkway and Cape Coral Parkway East. Police say Johnson is approximately 5'8" and about 130 pounds, with green eyes and blonde or light brown hair. Cape Coral police want you to take a good look at the woman in the photos above. Detectives hope someone might know where she is. Cape police say the first warning sign occurred in June, when Johnson's ex-husband said she missed an appointment to see their kids. She sent a text saying she had to work, but missing a chance to see her kids was very unusual. Wink News Safety and Security Specialist Rich Kolko said that is a red flag. That means she may have been going through some kind of... I think that's really leaping a tremendous amount. If like, you're just saying... I mean, she'd never miss a chance to see her kids, but, you know, to go through this whole thing like it's this really crazy, you know, horrible situation going on in her life. Who knows? What happened? What is the Velvet Army? What are you talking about? Maybe she left her secret lover. I don't know. But anyways, Wink News Safety and Security Specialist Rich Kolko, he probably should be over there with McDummy, said that is a red flag. That means she may have been going through some kind of stressful moment. Yeah, I mean, you know, it could mean something. So that elevates the concern for law enforcement and her family members. And maybe, possibly, why they say she may be in some... See, now they're doing the ancient aliens thing. They go all the way from this could be a stressful situation all the way to the reason she's missing. Because she said she had to work late and couldn't see the kids. And I get it, like, she would never miss a chance to see their kids, so something was going on, blah, 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 blah. At 4:30 p.m., she got a ride from a co-worker to the bus stop at the Bell Tower Shops in South Fort Myers. So at 4:30 p.m., she got a ride from a co-worker to the bus stop at Bell Towers Shops. Let's see what that is. Why didn't she just... Okay. Bell Tower, so right here. Man, that's the only thing that says Bell Towers. Yeah, finally understood what one of his sentences. Yep. Let's see. I got that, and so at 4:30 p.m., she got a ride from a co-worker to the bus stop at Bell Tower Shops in South Fort Myers. Surveillance camera picks her up at 5:37 at the Cape Coral bus station, and again on July 8th. Fast forward to July. On the 5th, police say Johnson went to work as normal, but said she didn't feel well. So then at 4:30, a friend of hers drove her to the bus stop at Bell Tower Shops in South Fort Myers. Then on that same day at 5:37, it looks like maybe she's getting off of a bus here. Picks her up at 5:37 at the Cape Coral bus station, and again on July 8th at 5:21 in the morning with a suitcase. So it's like here she gets off of the bus, and maybe her car is parked over here, and she would take the bus into work for part of the way, right? I mean, because it does sort of make sense. I mean, there's a bus station. Maybe you take the bus across, and then you drive home, but that's kind of weird too, because it's kind of a drive over there. And then she goes home, but then 3 days later, it looks like she's boarding a bus to go somewhere with a big suitcase packed in, and it looks like she's got, I don't know, this here I don't think is part of, is this part of what she's taking, that fence thing, or is that part of this thing that rolled down? And then a suitcase with something rolled up at the top here. Thanks, Alifair. So then Johnson is captured on video again at 5:21 a.m. on July 8th at the same bus station. It'd be cool if they were telling us what she was doing, you know, getting on or off, but they didn't do that. Missing Florida mom Erica Johnson disappeared after boarding Cape Coral Greyhound bus bound for Tampa. Okay, so that means she was getting on, and she's heading to Tampa, Florida. Alright, so she was going to go north. So it's like 100 miles, 100 and something. It's hard to know what she wants to be looks like. just looks like a person. Yeah, with the COVID mask on. Police in Florida are looking for a young mom who had disappeared after she when she got on the bus. She didn't have her COVID mask on. Police in Florida are looking for a young mom who has disappeared after she was last seen getting off of a bus during the early morning hours. Now she's getting off of a bus in Cape Coral earlier this month. Erica Johnson, 36. How come the other one said boarded? Disappears after boarding Cape Coral Greyhound bus bound to Tampa. And then over here it says, we're looking for a young man who disappeared, or young mom who disappeared after she was last seen getting off of a bus during the early morning hours in Cape Coral. That's just... Nah, you just said the exact opposite in your title. Erica Johnson, 36, was photographed at a Southeast 47 Terrace bus stop in Cape Coral just before 5:30. No, they just said what color her hair was. That's it. That same morning, she boarded a non-stop Greyhound bus, and unless there's something in a different article, I don't remember reading that. That same morning, she boarded a non-stop Greyhound bus in Fort Myers, bound for Tampa, carrying a travel pillow, her bags, and her bunny. So what about the destination? Did they have her getting off? July 8th was the last anyone has seen or heard from her, police said. No, because it was 3 days later, Alifair. Johnson's family reported her missing, unless, you know, in Tampa she got on a bus or something. We don't know, but it seems like there'd be a record of her transferring or something. Johnson's family reported her missing on July 14th. Police said investigators had obtained information that caused them to upgrade her case to that of a missing and endangered adult. Like depression or something, or something else. According to Wink News, Johnson had been exhibiting warning signs that something unusual was happening in the weeks that preceded her disappearance. Alright, so police in Florida are looking for a young mom who had disappeared after she was last seen getting off of a bus during the early morning hours in Cape Coral earlier this month. Erica Johnson, 36, was photographed at a Southeast 47 Terrace bus stop in Cape Coral just before 5:30 a.m. on July 8th, wearing jeans, sneakers, a baseball cap, and a sweatshirt tied around her waist. That same morning, she boarded a non-stop Greyhound bus in Fort Myers, bound for Tampa, carrying a travel pillow, her bags, and her bunny, the Cape Coral Police Department said earlier this week. July 8th was the last anyone had seen or heard from her, police said. Johnson's family reported her missing on July 14th. Police said investigators had obtained information that caused them to upgrade her case to that of a missing and endangered adult. According to Wink News, Johnson had been exhibiting warning signs that something unusual was happening. In one example, a news outlet reported that she had canceled plans with her ex-husband to see their children, saying she needed to work. Investigators reportedly went to Johnson's home and discovered her belongings still there, but she and her pet bunny were gone. Wait, it's like a real bunny? Well, that's pretty weird. So is that what this is? A bunny cage? So that might be like a portable bunny cage that you fold out on the ground and you can put the bunny in it. That's pretty weird. I was thinking that I was wondering if she was bringing that because it seems so awkward and strange. But hell, maybe that's a bunny. Yeah, that's weird. Police said Johnson has brown hair with blonde highlights and a small freckle on the lower side of her face. She's 5'8", 130 pounds, and has green eyes. They are asking anyone with information to call the Cape Coral Police Department at 239-574-3223. This is Crime Online. Let's see if they've got anything. What does this say?
Tonight from your Cape Coral news team, police need your help to find this woman. Erica Johnson was last seen 11 days ago. Today, Cape Coral police said she could be in danger. NBC2's Alicia Alonso found where Johnson was last seen.
Yeah, the cap is
and why she
Zozo
look
might be
different than she
something
does in this photo.
used to hide your identity.
But in order for us
Most women just put their hair up in
handle these type of
like a ponytail or something, not put a hat, baseball cap.
We're hitting each of these points.
Erica Johnson's family filed a missing persons report on July 14th.
Most. Don't say, well, great, I put a baseball. I didn't ask you that.
Last seen walking near Coronado and Cape Coral Parkways.
We don't really have a way of being able to locate her. She does not have any social media. She also doesn't have any bank account. That's one thing that we could use in order to track purchases, stuff like that.
Johnson is described with shorter, blonder hair than what's seen in this photo.
I guess she really does kind of seem like somebody that was trying to...
She doesn't drive or own a car, but rides on public bus routes often.
In 11 days, you could have traveled out of state on bus. You could be anywhere in the United States at this point, or even out of the country.
Anyone with information on Johnson's whereabouts is asked to call Cape Police. Reporting in Cape Coral, Alicia Alonso, NBC2.
Well, that's one that we're going to be following now. What's the link about? You know, my biological father, that was an artist, he didn't believe in banks either. I mean, he did have a bank account, but he'd store his money around, like in cubby holes and shit, in his house. It was crazy. After he died in 1990, and don't go, hey, sorry, great, you know, he was a shit dirtbag dad, you know, didn't really, great artist, shitty dad, didn't really have any feelings. So, or I don't, anyway. So, you know, so when we got there, we were just kind of collecting all the stuff and trying to figure out what to do with it, because we have two half brothers too, that they were older than us, because he was married to somebody before my mom, and then he didn't even get. I think he was still married when he married my mom. Then they had to get like a divorce and then married again. It was just stupid shit, but. Anyways, he had, I was digging around, we were looking in the house, right? Because people said he hid money around. And so what sucks is the guy that would build those got there before us, so we kind of think he took some. But one time I was in the bathroom, and he never paid child support, so we were just trying to, you know, looking for that. So I was in the bathroom, and I reached up, you know when you have like the doors that open up, I reached up like this, went ding, and I $7,900 in $100 bills. And I said, oh, nothing in that room, everybody. And just kept on going. Not really, no. No, but anyways, yeah, 7th greed. I was joking, Richard. God, are you kidding me? All right. Johnson, originally from St. Louis area, this is in Daily Mail, first caused concern when in June she failed to show up for an agreed appointment to see the children she shares with her ex-husband. So this article does say, she then changed her blonde hair, so that means she went and read that somewhere else because we hadn't read it. She then changed her blonde hair color, dyeing it brunette and cutting it short, but there was brown with blonde streaks in it. Johnson, who regularly used public transport, was seen at the Fort Myers bus station 3 days before she took the final bus. Johnson's mother said the family was shocked at her vanishing. Well, there you go. So maybe she is trying to. Maybe she is trying to, hide herself, I guess. Let's see. I don't think it's. I think it's more like hiding what she would look like. Wouldn't. I mean, blonde with the highlights. I don't know. Who knows? We're just gonna have to wait for more information to come in. This is one of those cases they're gonna keep everything. We're never gonna get to know like what was the thing that the cops made her in danger. What was the piece of information? They probably won't tell us what that is. Hopefully somebody gets it and digs in and gets that information. Yeah, it seems like she's leaving on her own. I mean, she's choosing to get on the bus, and she's got a rabbit and that kind of thing. Maybe she's been storing up money over a period of time. But anyways, you guys, that is going to do it. 3 hours and 2 minutes, but we're going to do the spin now. For 3 everything tumblers. That's it, man. For everybody that was on here, you're not going to be able to see your name because it's going to be too crazy looking. But tonight we donated, this month we donated $3,790, which is pretty good. That's one of our, it's in the higher ranges of months out there. We did have a $5,000 month one time. I don't know. Probably suicidal or something, Zozo. Just took off, went somewhere on her own, and took her pet with her and called it a day. Or she went to be with somebody she was really liked. Who the hell knows, right? But she does have kids, so it would be weird. So maybe, I guess we'll figure it out later. At one point maybe we'll get some answers, but we're not gonna. We can speculate all day long. Did she take the bus over to a mountaintop and summon a UFO? And she's been abducted since. Maybe in 1,000 years she'll show up again, and we don't know. I know it's not fun, because there's a certain point where you get stuck and there's nothing to say. You're just going to be wildly speculating. So that's it. All right, here is the 3 everything. What do you guys want? How about everything tumblers? I was going to say emoji tumbler. Yeah, we don't have enough information to even speculate, though. That's the problem. All we know is there's this lady, and she you know, she disappeared. That's it. All right, so here comes the first spin. There she is, quietly frozen. Do you want the everything tumbler? Quietly frozen? They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool, quietly frozen. Anyway, send me your address. Quietly frozen. Alright, here comes the everything tumbler again. Hey, look at that, Charleston Amy. Oh, do you want me to do another spin? Do you already have the tumbler quietly frozen? Okay, so Quietly Frozen wants me to spin her tumbler again. And what about you, Charleston Amy, since you've already got one? Oh, yeah. Okay, so send me your address. We'll send you this one. What do you mean I got washed and ruined? I don't know what that means. But I got washed and ruined. Huh. That'd be weird. Well, what do you mean? Okay, when you washed it and it ruined it? How come washing it ruins it? Alright, so this is the respin for Quietly Frozen. Georgina Stoliker! Alright. Shovel. So right now we've given out 2 because Amy's going to have hers and Georgina Stoliker. And now here's a third one. What do you mean the wrapping came off? Man, what kind of dishwasher do you have? Does it have like metal gears in it? Alright, here we go. Oh, and there's Mag. Mag always usually has me respin. Do you want that one, Mag, if you're out there? And the reason they have way better odds of winning, you know. When you get, you send $300 and you get like 60 pieces of pie. Or chances, as probably a better term. Melt it off. Jesus. What the hell are you guys doing? Alright. So I'm going to do... I'll spin again just in case Mag doesn't want hers. Alright. It's a... just in case she doesn't want it, okay? So if I hear from her, or I haven't heard from her, you just send me your address anyways. So here we go, here's another spin. Courtney Kuykendall. There we go. Oh, Georgina wants to spin again? Okay. All right, well, that's the answer then. Courtney Kuykendall then. That would be, well, no, the other one was going to be for Mag, right? If she doesn't want it. So now we've replaced Georgina. All right. So let me spin again for, man, now it's all confusing. Candlely Woodward Stone. There you go. All right. So there you go. Candlely Woodward Stone one. So you just, the 3 winners, send me your address and I'll ship them off. And, you know, thank you guys for making another successful, you know, last push. It sort of helped out some of the other nights that we had during the month. And, yeah, one of our better, you know, getting close to $4,000 donated to charities. And you guys help my channel out to keep me, you know, pumped to do, you know, just doing the shows. 31 shows this month. I'm sure that it was equal to about at least 100 and something hours of YouTube case coverage time, right? I would say it's closer to like 110. So I really appreciate it, guys. You guys are amazing. I feel, you know, really fortunate, and that I have such supportive freaks. You know, and we do so much good. I mean, like I said, right now we're at $92,000 donated to true crime related charities and a DNA fund since 2020, and hopefully sometime this year we'll get to 100,000. You won't hear a whisper of it on all the crappy ass YouTube channels who make fun of it all the time, because it's embarrassing for them. Okay, you'll never hear a word of it. You'll never be like, wow, they're doing so much good over there. Look at that, man. They've solved a DNA case. They're working on a few more. They've got this, they've got that. They're doing this and this and this and this and this. It won't matter to them, because all that matters to them is playing their high and mighty game tricks. It's just ridiculous. So there you go, everybody. Thank you all for being here, and thanks Zozo for buying all those people their memberships and YouTube Velvet Army. You know, it's like, how many members? Man, that was what, 15 new channel members. 3 of them were probably trolls, though. You know. Bye, Loretta. Are you mad? Loretta just says bye. Loretta Reyes. But anyways, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're starting a new month tomorrow. Isn't that crazy? A new month. Oh, I was like, bye. Or maybe you're just like, shit. No, I can't even remember. A couple of people, there's people that just hang up really quick. Oh yeah, Susanna Mac Gillipadre. She just goes, bye. Well, you guys did that before on another time. Alright guys, thank you all for being here. We'll see you tomorrow, and if you got any updates on any of these cases that we've been covering, make sure you can email them to me. That'd be great. And as I always say, everybody, until next time, be safe out there. You only gave me 4 new members. Oh really? Huh. Alright, anyways, bye bye. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. Okay, well, I'll look on making the Gray Hughes. I have not seen one person. That is a... Thank you, quietly frozen. Crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. I'm gonna get you, wanna stretch you. You can find baby like a little projector. Crime site. Hey, what happened, Gray? I don't know, that just froze up on give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always willing to be a pub protector. Fooled off like an interceptor. And I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector with all respect, Joe. Just remember, I've a type of fucking jet, Joe. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to... Hey, Gray, are you imitating me? I was trying to, but I can't get that high.
Yeah,
pitch.
so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you.
All right, everybody, thank you. Thank you for supporting Grace's channel. It's really cool. It's so neat. It's so neat with the stuff that you're doing.
Hey, well, thanks, Mary Lou. I never see you in the chat, though. Well, I've seen you comment a couple times, but...
You have? That's weird.
All right. Awesome. All right, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And head over to Discord if you are a channel member. You can chat away. I think I might need to do another community post for channel members or something. I don't know, but if not, we'll get one up there soon. And good night. And thank you all again very much. Amazing. We are at 27,000 for the year, 92,000 in the last year and 2 years and 7 months. 92,000. Kicking ass. Thank you guys very much. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.